The trick is to keep yourself happy. Keep giving yourself treats in life and keep yourself happy so that you can in turn keep people surrounding you happy. See, she's smiling, she's happy. That is the trick, and I have decoded it finally. I have not decoded the algorithm of YouTube, but I've decoded life's algo. That's the only way. So, to keep yourself happy, you have to work very hard, earn, and that is the only way. And this beautiful airport is none other than the Agatti Airport. Agatti Airport is the only airport in Lakshadweep, and Lakshadweep is the smallest union territory of India. Agatti Airport has the smallest runway, and only a few pilots are allowed to land here. As you can see, there is a helicopter standing, and this helicopter will take passengers to the local islands. We also saw many seaplanes. By many, I don't mean a number of seaplanes, but at 2-3 seaplanes we saw, and they are probably for the passengers who commute to the various islands, maybe for private purpose or maybe for the tourists. And we are now ready because we are going to embark. And we are going to take this flight which will take us to Goa and stay there for another night and then back to Kolkata. That's our hometown. So I had started this video by saying that the only way to be happy is to keep yourself happy, and to be happy, to keep yourself happy, you have to, treat yourself like a queen, like a princess, and for that you need money. That is the only way out. And there are two ways. First way, I'm going to discuss only the first way because the second way is a bit controversial, so I'm not going to go into that. The first way and the only way that I know of is that study hard, play hard, and then work hard. That's the only way. So the entire life, it will be a life of sacrifice, and your success is not your success, it's their success. Yes, your family members' success, because it's their sacrifice which makes you whatever you are today. Whoever, wherever, whatever we are today, it is the cumulative sacrifice of our family members. This is in the Mopa airport. As you can see, the these are the washroom. The green lights outside, they shows that it's the washroom is available for use, and the red ones means it's occupied. It's really nice. And in fact, in Agatti Airport also, there was only one washroom for the ladies and one washroom for the gents. So the ladies washroom, I was a bit skeptical, but it was so clean, it blew my mind. It was really like very clean, absolutely white. Spectacular washroom in Agatti. A very small, well-maintained airport, but spectacular. So here we are again back at the Mopa airport. I think you people have already seen so much of Mopa in all our videos. You have got a complete understanding of what is placed where. But it's really beautifully done, the Mopa airport. And I was actually awestruck when I was looking at this video, like the way people are moving around, the waves and everything. I loved it personally. I've always been to Dabolim Airport, and this was our first time at Mopa Airport, that is the Manohar International Airport in North Goa. And in my first video also, I have given you a glimpse of how to book the prepaid taxi, or even if you want to take the local buses, the state buses, it saves a lot of money. You can book the state buses online through Red Bus for the tickets. That's better because you can pre-plan then. And here there are many options. As you can see, Government of Goa prepaid taxi, all these are lined up, and you can check, compare the price of the different providers, and then you can take a decision as to which one you want to avail, which service. And this is a self-drive car rental service also available right here. So that's also a fantastic opportunity right inside the airport. Of course, this will be a little pricier. If you can book it from outside, it will definitely be much cheaper. But then that it is. And that's outside the airport, and we have already booked a cab and we are headed towards another destination of North Goa. And this time it's not Mandrem. We are headed towards the Ashram beach. These are few of the offbeat beaches of North Goa. These are the quieter parts actually. So we selected one of these. And these are the state buses, state-run buses. You can avail them. As I said, you can book online through Red Bus also. So once we reached our destination in North Goa, the first thing we had to do is to have a sumptuous late lunch, and it consists of all these.
বললো তো কিংফিশ, তাহলে তো টুনা
Trying to
ফিশই বলতো।
identify which one is which.
একটা চামচ দাও তো আমাদের
Dal, but
একটুখানি
then it's
প্লিজ।
not a dal. It was not a dal. It's a imli curry. That's paneer.
এখানে আমরা চিলি পনির অর্ডার দিয়েছি, এটা ডাল।
And mom absolutely exhausted, but of course after eating we felt a bit energetic. We were really famished. We were so hungry, and the roads were gorgeous. When we visited Goa, like in the beginning of June, the monsoon had just set in, so it was just a stop, a layover for a night before we started towards Kolkata. And the weather was really charming. The monsoons, I've never been to Goa in monsoons, and it was really charming. And at the end of this beautiful trip, and to all my viewers who have been part in this vlog, this entire Goa Lakshadweep journey, you have witnessed the beauty of India. That's why I keep saying it's incredible India. I have traveled to various parts of the world, and I'm not going to compare, but without comparison also I cannot tell you, means what you get to see in India you cannot see outside. The only biggest drawback in India as a woman which I face, it's not so clean, so the unavailability of clean washrooms, the toilets, that becomes very challenging. And the second part is safety. Yes, of course, safety, that is another issue, a boiling issue. But even more than safety, I think the cleanliness, the lack of cleanliness is very challenging, because getting toilets during the journeys, that's really very, very extremely challenging. So that's why we try to take most of our trips via flights, because in the airports at least we get access to these clean washrooms. Otherwise it becomes very challenging. So friends, to all of you, I'm sure like most of you are working, or even if you're in a like you're studying, or you have got yourself landed a scholarship and doing higher studies. There is no end to like the grueling pain. Means when people say like okay, like you have to study and you have to take things seriously for another 3-4 years and then you will be free bird. No, even when you have a job or you have a business or whatever you're doing, the struggle will always be there, because the more you struggle, the more higher heights you reach. That's the only truth. Nothing done. That's the only way you can rise to the top. Hard work, consistency, resilience. Of course, now with AI there is smart work, but the ultimate, the bottom line of this entire journey is hard work and resilience. That is the most important thing. Resilience, I think, tolerance, resilience, that's the most important thing. And when I say resilience here, this is my iron lady, the true picture of resilience. So friends, I request you to kindly subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comment section like how did you like this entire vlog. I hope it was helpful, and stay healthy, exercise, stay happy. Until the next video, bye.